Along his Don River flank to the west of Stalingrad, the bridge at Kalach was the key to the situation. Thus, Colonel Pyotr Ilyin received orders directly from Yeremenko to hold or destroy the bridge. The men of Ilyin's 20th Motorized Brigade were hollow-eyed with fatigue. Running low on both guns and ammunition, they dug in at an orchard on the outskirts of Kalach and listened quietly as Ilyin explained that they were to be a rearguard. Ilyin tried to assure them that the other Russian divisions would protect their flanks, that with this added support they could hold their positions on the river. Few men in the brigade believed him, and he was thankful that none of them deserted that first night. Continuing our Fall Blau campaign, we have the first of the Don River crossing battles. Let's take a closer look at the armies. For the Germans today, we've gone with an infantry heavy formation. The core of the formation is a Grenadier company. We have a Grenadier HQ with 2 SMGs. We have 3 Grenadier platoons with 9 MG teams, rifle MG teams, and a 2.8 centimeter anti-tank on each. We have a 4 gun strong mortar section, 4 heavy machine guns, and 4 7.5 centimeter infantry guns. In support, we have 3 Martyrs with the 7.62 centimeter cannons, 3 early Stugs with the short-barreled 7.5 centimeter cannons, and a troop of 222s and 221. And that'll be the German force for today. Likewise for the Soviets, the core of the formation is an infantry company. We are running the Hero rifles. So we have an HQ of 2 rifle teams, 3 companies of rifles with 10 rifle teams, Maxim, Commissar, and each of the teams had the light mortars, which are the large bases there, and we had just enough of the PTRD teams to add to 2 platoons. So that's the core there. Along with that, we have a 5 SMG strong section of scouts, a Maxim troop with 6 heavy machine guns, 3 medium mortars, 3 heavy mortars, and and that's the Hero SMG company as well, with 6 SMGs and a Commissar. In support, we have some battered Katyushas, 3 Matildas, 4 KV-1s, and these are upgraded with the command card that is, the name escapes me, but it's the one that lets them fire when they're bailed out, I believe. A BA-64 troop of 3 BA-64 MGs, and a BA-64 OP. And that will be the Soviet force for today. Alright, so just to quickly touch on the objectives. Defender has placed his objective there, while I have placed my 2 objectives there and there as per the Crossroads scenario that we are playing from the Bagration River crossings.
Cross River.
Well, yeah, but I mean the mission's called Crossroads.
Is it really?
Yeah. We have a Crossroads, heavily defended by Soviet troops, and a wall of artillery. In reserve, Ben has his KV-1 platoon and his Valentine platoon. And in ambush, he has the 45mm anti-tank guns I forgot to mention in the unit listing at the start of the video. Then for my deployment, I did a little spearhead to try and get some concealment with my...
Martyrs?
Thank you. I knew to start with an M. Don't mind me. Martyrs there. 222s and the rest of the army in the center. That's probably going to get crushed hard by the Katyushas if they fire. So let's get straight into turn 1. Alright, so for my movement, I'm kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't with all this artillery on the table. So I'm just going to try and push through it as quickly as I can, as Ben has done several times in the past. So my infantry all sort of deployed into combat formation. My MG42s moved up to take up better positions. My artillery stayed stationary to hopefully fire this turn. The Stugs are advancing up the road, supported by the left flank platoon and the 222s, and the Martyrs are just kind of trying to link forward. So we'll be right back with some shooting. Alright, so kicking things off, the 7.5 centimeter infantry guns are going to attempt to re-range in. So these guys are spotting right over here onto the Russian lines. There will be no terrain underneath it, so just on my native skill of 3+. So my first attempt, my second attempt, ranges in. So that'll get a ranged in marker once we're done. And then we said there was 4 Maxim teams and 2 rifle teams. So you are aggressive, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so because it's the second attempt, it'll be 4+. So the Maxims, typical,
Ooh.
and the rifle teams.
Appreciate it. We've been off air for a little bit, but has anything changed?
Okay, so moving right along.
So picking up with your light mortars?
Yep, so the mortars are here in this plowed field. We're going to spot roughly the same-ish spot, just trying to pick up a couple more teams that are hitting that hill. So once again, skill is 3+. First attempt, I'll re-roll that because it's interference. First attempt, range is in. So what do we got?
You did drop one Maxim from the last fire, but you picked, so you got 3 Maxims still, and 4 rifles and a PTRD team.
Perfect. All right, so the 3 Maxims, these will be on a 3+. I'll hit 2. 4 rifle teams. I'll hit 3, and 1 PTRD will not get hit. So it'll be some infantry saves, if you would please.
So you have 2 Maxims.
They're good.
Good. And 3 rifles?
Yep. So 1, which will be a firepower, which I'm pretty sure is a 4+ for these.
Should be 4.
Come on.
You have half an open
Kill
field.
one.
Excellent. All right.
All right, and then we'll be right back with the rest of the shooting.
Okay.
All right, so continuing on, we're going to use 3 of the MG teams here to continue firing down range at the Russians. Their moving red fire is 2. You are concealed and gone to ground, so I'll be hitting you on 5s. Getting 2 hits, which I'll just put to the nearest teams. If you would please save.
I would be happy to oblige you on saving.
Okay,
one of them.
So 6 up firepower. Nope. And then we've got over here 4 infantry teams shooting across to this unpinned platoon. Also hitting on 5s. Getting 2 hits, 1 and 1.
And let's oblige you again. We are good.
And then last, I have my 3 Stugs here. They're just going to turn and shoot into this squad here. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Put it on that team. And a 3 up firepower will kill him. Perfect. And that will be my shooting for turn 1. So we'll move into Soviet turn 2 with some morale checks. Turn 1 starting step Soviets. We got some rally checks.
Okay. We're going to be 4s on both of them.
Okay.
So we'll do the rifles. No, the Maxims. Ooh.
Now, were either of them within range of the formation command?
Formation command.
Oh, it was over here. Side. Okay.
Boom.
Well, that could be big for me. So we'll move on to the movement.
Tap it for you, sure.
And be right back. All right, starting the shooting step strong with some artillery. Which one do you want to do first?
Let's start with that Katyusha.
All right, the biggest one we got. So we've got the template down here already over top if it's pre-ranged in point. We are hitting a Stug, which it may or may not actually be able to hurt.
They are only a 2, I believe.
So there is a chance to pin me then, or sorry, to bail me out if that's the case. And then we've got, in that Grenadier platoon, he's potentially hitting 3, and 2 in that one, and then 7 teams on that one.
2 and 4, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just roll out the Stug there.
So hitting on 4.
That's
hit. I'll just borrow that for a minute.
We've got, what, 2 teams here?
That one was 3 teams.
3 teams?
Yep. On 4s. All 3.
And 2?
Yep. 1. Okay. And then 7 on this one. One of which is a 2.8 centimeters, so he should be rolled separately.
All right, so the 2.8.
Nope. And 6 rifles.
And we'll do 2, 2, and 2.
So
1
1,
of
1,
each.
and 1. Okay.
Boom, boom,
So
boom.
I'll start with the Stug. He's good.
Good.
And then we got 3 rifle teams here. 2 die. Was 1, 1. And then you hit 1 team here, right?
Yes.
It's good. And 3 teams there are good. Now that will pin everybody. And then we are moving on to your 120s, which we're hitting a Stug. I think they're also anti-tank too.
They are 2 and 3s.
Okay, so they can potentially hit the Stug, and then 2 rifle teams.
And then the Stug. No, and 2 rifles.
1. And another team dies. That's a shame. All right, and then you wanted to attempt to rearrange in the other mortar, I think?
The other mortar here is not hitting anything. We're going to try and rearrange it somewhere into the middle of this blob where it is open.
Skill 5
we are green, so 5s. That's magnificent.
Shocking.
They're like, sir, if we can't hit that, we're not even green. So they're right here. A nice little pattern, maybe slightly over. So we can hit 2 of these maxims and a great big cluster of all the rest of them. Sure, that's a really good point, I think. Yeah, right there. Perfect. Okay, so we've got 2 maxims. We'll roll those. 1.
Yep. So I'll just save that right away. And he'll
Well,
die.
you hit on. Are you hitting
Hit on 4.
4s?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm careful. And it's not my machine guns.
Okay, and then we've got 2, 5, 6, 7 from this front platoon. Are there
one of
difference?
which is an anti-tank rifle.
So 3, 4, 5, 6, and the AT rifle.
Okay.
And then AT rifle was that one, I guess. So we'll do 2,
1,
2,
2,
and then the back 2.
So AT rifle dies, and then 5 hits,
And then, yeah, 1, 1, and 2.
Okay, and then the other 2.
And the other platoon was 2, 4, 6, of which none of those ones are special. 2, 4.
Oh, 2 teams. These 2 teams are the formation commanders, so you should roll them separately.
Okay. 2 formation commanders. 1 of.
That's good.
And then that leaves 4 of the regular people. Yes, just 4. 1.
Okay. No. All right, so let me pull off the casualties, finish marking my pin downs, and I'll be right back. Okay, so after taking off the rest of the casualties and marking the pins, Ben here's decided it's not really worth lifting gun to ground on the rest of your stuff, right?
No, a lot of it's just rifles, and with the Maxims actually being pinned, it's probably not worth it even lifting for them.
Fair enough.
So we will hold off.
All right.
Taylor did a good job for now.
On to German turn 2, and we'll see if I can unpin enough stuff to continue my forward momentum.
So German, top of 2.
All right, let's see if we can unpin some food.
Unpin the line.
4+ on this platoon. They unpin. Front platoon with the commander reroll. He unpins. Second platoon with the commander reroll. They unpin. The commanders themselves. They unpin. And the machine guns. They unpin. Perfect. All right, we are ready to continue blitzkrieging across this table. We'll be right back after the movement.
The war's still going in your favor, and that'll change.
We'll see.
So you've done your movement.
Yep, just a couple of things to quickly address. Can't remember if we... So, no, I know we did it wrong. I completely forgot that because it was pre-ranged in, it counts as a repeat bombardment. So, yes, I should have re-rolled most of my saves there. I'm sorry. We're just going to roll with it.
I'm not worried.
I need the crutch. So, moving along then, we have ranged in points from artillery. So, the 7.5 centimeters. The infantry guns are going to refire. They're going to hit, potentially hit 4 of your Maxims and 2 of your rifle teams. So hitting on 3s for the Maxims, getting 2, and hitting on 3s for the rifles, getting both. These are a repeat as well, so you really re-roll, but you've got the benefit of being dug in.
All right, 2 Maxims, and both save with the re-roll.
Both save.
Both convert.
Good. And then the 2 rifles.
And 2 rifles.
So 1 fails, and then the other one is good. So then 1 3-up firepower. No. All right. So the other
pins, so they're fine.
Yeah. The other ranged in point, I'm actually going to fire smoke this turn from my mortars. So I'll place that and be right back.
Fantastic.
I did forget to mention the machine guns moved into the building there, though. So
2 are inside at least.
Yep.
Okay, and your smoke is down.
Yep. So I forgot my smoke template, so we're making do with some cotton wads that we
It looks
have.
great anyway.
Yeah, it actually does look better. I just don't know how accurate it is. But we'll make do. So we're going to start the rest of the shooting here with the MG34s in the building are going to open fire into your defense line there. I did fail a blitz check in my movement step. I also forgot to mention that. So they'll be adding +1 to the score needed to hit. So you're gone to ground still, so I'll actually be needing 6s to hit you. So 2 shots each because they're moving. Oh boy! What the heck? I'll get 5 hits.
That's interesting. The dice gods giveth.
Sometimes.
Sometimes they taketh away.
All right.
At least we're dug in. Okay, so 6 across the rifle platoon.
5.
5?
Only 5, yeah. I mean, I'll take 6, but...
Wow, I was giving you all 6. All right. So we'll do it up and down the front line.
Yep. 2, that makes
And
sense.
2.
So 6 of firepower. No. That's all good. Next we'll do the...
Looked good for a moment.
It did. We'll do the rifle MGs here. They're going to fire into this platoon here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams firing. Moving rate of fire 1, hitting on 5s. Getting 3 hits. Because of the smoke, they won't really have any other valid targets. So it'll literally just be 2 and 1.
There's one right there,
Is
too.
there?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, we'll get 1 and 1 and 1.
1, 1, 1. Okay. Down the line. Boom. Boom. And boom.
All right.
So, tree guy.
No kills.
Excellent.
And then we got 3 Stugs firing on this team here again because they don't like him. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit.
He
Free
gives
up
you the
firepower,
firepower.
which he'll kill.
Stug so far has managed to
Consistent,
pop
very
some guys.
consistent.
I like the short-barreled Stugs. It's arguably what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but they can't fire bombardments, which, I mean, that one, I guess, doesn't make sense to me.
This is exactly what they would have historically been doing.
Well, they'd be sitting back shelling you, but the Panzer IVs with the same gun can fire bombardments, which I don't know. Whatever. They're doing their job. That's it for my shooting, and I'm going to attempt an assault, I think, so I'll be right back with that.
Interesting.
Okay, so I am doing the crazy thing. I am attempting this assault. I was hoping the smoke would give me a little bit more concealment than we got, but unfortunately there's a fair few shots coming my way. So, what do we got? We got 2 pinned and Maxims over there.
Got a couple rifles along
we got
the
some
front
rifle teams there.
that are in front of the smoke.
And we double checked because they're rifle MG teams, even though they're ready to fire 1, they don't add the +1 for being pinned.
Yeah, it's low except for actually the
command.
battalion HQ.
Yeah.
And
then
then there is some machine guns through smoke and some pin machine guns through smoke.
And then the front
adding a
couple
bunch of
rifles.
other shots.
All right.
So these ones will hit on 4s.
Fours.
These are for the front rifle teams. And then the next batch will be on 5s.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's 5 hits right there. So roll your others.
Push back. These are on 5s. Which adds 4 more. So it's at 9 across the board on 4 teams.
So what is that? 2,
So 2,
4,
2,
6, and 3?
2 and 3.
Okay, so which team do you want the 3 on?
Doesn't matter. They're all rifle or MG teams. Sure.
Okay, so 1 team with 3 will live. Interesting.
Wow.
And then 1 team with 2 will die. 1 team with 2 will die. And the last team with 2, come on, will live. Okay, so I'll lose 2 teams. So, I mean, not the worst, but also not great. That will pin me. And they fall back. And then we'll move into the Russian turn.
Yes. So I actually have just the 2 pins still. The 2 from before. We've got our rifle, hero rifles. They're good now. And the MG teams.
They stay pinned?
They're, confident. So they stay pinned. Unfortunately.
And
but
the reserves.
One's out. The reserves.
We did forget to roll
we
them
took
starting
for our
last turn, so we'll say he automatically gets one if doesn't.
We actually rolled one off screen just to see. I did roll a 6. So really, I'll just roll 1 dice this turn to see if the second one makes it, which they don't.
Well, you'd still be rolling 2. So no. Okay. So it's either going to be KVs or Valentine's. Which one do you want?
We'll roll these KVs in, as to be expected.
All right, we'll be back after the movement. All right, so Ben's movement mostly just moved the KVs on. Everything else is kind of staying stationary.
We did reveal the 45s.
Oh, yes, they deployed right over here by the bridge line.
Bridge.
I think it was just outside of 16 from my visible force.
Just out of 16 now before they lose their window.
So the shooting phase will be painful for my Germans, and we'll be back with that. Okay, so after a brief interlude due to a baby scare, we're back the next day to continue the game. So we're going to start things off with rebombarding with the Katyushas.
Yes, so Katyushas still hit enough to be worthwhile, especially when I can't walk it forward much into their danger close.
Yep.
So we are going to rebombard.
And we'll remember that this time has the repeat. So we've got 5 infantry teams in this platoon hitting on 4s.
5 all the same?
Or hitting on 5s because they currently don't have... Yeah, they're all the same. You already killed the 2.8. Oh, sorry, no. That is a 2.8. Sorry, 4 rifle MG teams.
So we got 1 here and 5 there separate.
Now, they don't have line of sight to the spotting target currently because of the smoke, so that will actually add the +1 to the score needed to hit, so you'll be hitting on 5s.
Okay. 5s, sure. we'll do that team.
That's why she hit the 2.8.
They'll do it on the back. Hits them. That's what you get.
4 rifle
back,
MGs.
Front.
1.
Back.
Okay.
Front.
And then the last rifle MG in that platoon. This way.
This guy?
I thought you rolled for him.
Yeah, that was him.
And then, yeah, this guy. Because then you roll for this guy.
Yeah, and then that guy.
So you haven't rolled for this guy.
Oh, okay. And then that guy, that guy.
Okay. Not that I want to give you more hits, but... All right, so 2.8 centimeter here is dead. And this guy is dead. And this guy, with the reroll, is alive.
I say I don't need the rerolls.
Those 2, and then that 2.8 centimeter over there is dead. Well, I guess I don't get anti-tank guns, and we'll be right back with the other bombardments. All right, we're going to attempt to respot the 120mm mortars here. It is touching the trees. They are greens. It'll be a 6 to range in. First attempt. Second attempt. Third attempt. Hey, they range in. Okay.
Put it down.
So you were hitting all 3 Stugs, all 3 scout cars, and I think it was, what, 3 or 4 of the infantry?
And, yeah, 3 of the infantry, I think.
Okay.
So,
hitting on 6s, because third attempt.
6s, 3 armored cars, 3 Stugs, boom, boom, okay. And then
3 infantry.
3 infantry, small, back, front, none.
Right.
But we're on.
That's how I like your artillery.
Okay, that's fine. You gotta get the range in. We're gonna actually move forward the other template here. That's gonna use the spotter for the small mortars up here. There's a nice, plenty juicy spot right up here, pretty much. That'll be just outside of my danger close. We're going to move it somewhere to where that would be. Okay. We'll try and range in. Now that's in the open, so we're still on raw 5s.
Yep. First attempt.
Boom.
Second attempt.
Nope,
Gets
we
on
get
the
it.
second.
Perfect.
So how many teams are we hitting?
So, best particular spot outside of my minimum of 4, which will be, that's the closest team, is going to be essentially right here. And it will clip everyone except those 2 and those 2.
All right.
So across 2 platoons, I believe, or is one of these even a commander?
That's the command for that platoon, and those are the 2 formation commanders that are being missed.
Okay, so... yeah, they'll be missed, but we have the commander and the 2 teams in the front platoon. Yep. On now 5s.
5s, get second attempt.
So a little base, working my way towards me. Boom, one there.
All right.
And then all across these. Boom.
One. Next 2.
2. Neither. Little guy. Little base.
All right.
Boom.
So just 3 hits. So we got... Front team there is good. This team is dead. And the command team.
And that one there as well.
Okay. Oh, and the one he just pointed at is also dead. I really need to dig in. Losing the teams left, right, and center here.
Getting those green teams to range in, real critical. Perfect. So we've walked the artillery forward as much as we're going to do. We are going to go into... what consideration of light shooting I want to do. Given at this point I'm dug in, I think I'm going to lift the rifle teams gone to grounds to shoot. Particularly, let's see what's in 16 from this one. A decent swath. And some of it won't be able to see through smoke, except what's in 6. We're going to do it. So we're going to fire the 4 lead rifles that are right here that weren't in smoke, so they can see the front platoon. One hit.
All right. That's good.
Okay. And then over here, firing, we've got in the lead platoon, we can see with 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a rifle team 5. That's out of range. He might as well fire a shot up into the house. And we're going to actually do the same at the house with the mortar and the PTRD from that team. So we're going to do a little split. The rifles, the 4 here, 5, and 6 rifles are going to shoot into the platoon in the open. 2, 4, 6.
1 hit.
1 hit.
One closest team, I assume?
Yeah, sure.
It's good.
Okay, and then I'm just going to need to double check because I have not used these hero rifles. The stats for the mortar and the PTRD.
Yes.
Hero rifle. Okay, so we had the 1 rifle here. We have the PTRD. We're going to have to roll separately.
Yeah, them and the mortars
Four
probably
shots,
have different firepower checks.
And the 50mm mortar has 3 shots.
Now, is
with
that
actually a decent firepower?
still the pinned down platoon?
No, they unpinned. The Maxims are pinned.
Right, okay.
Okay, so yes, so we'll do 4 for the PTRD into the house.
Hitting on 5s because of concealment.
We do get 2 hits. Fantastic. That's from the PTRD. The mortar has 3 with another separate firepower. 2 of those. Fantastic. And the 1 rifle. 9.
Typical.
And that's the Maxim for this platoon. Yes, the other Maxims are all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yes, so that's the running one is the Maxim for that platoon. Now it's not pinned, so it'll have 6. It does have 3. Fantastic. Okay. And I think that's everyone that's in range of that platoon. So we're going to have 1 on each. Now, 1's in the open.
Yeah, so
1 PTRD on each in the house. 1 mortar one mortar outside, sure, and 1 mortar inside.
All right, so
we're going to have to roll a bit separately. So do the 3 rifles.
First. Or, yeah, they're NG teams, but whatever. Yeah, the 3 6-up firepower. So,
yeah,
guy in the open fails and dies.
Okay.
You want to pull them off for me? And then the 2 guys in the building. 1 fails, so 6-up firepower.
No, okay.
Okay, and then
so
2 PTRD
1
hits.
PTRD each and a mortar each. The PTRDs have a 5 firepower. Both
They're
are ignored anyway.
And then the mortar is good.
Mortar's good.
But that is enough to also pin that platoon. We do.
Okay. And that was all the shots from them. And I think we're going to hold that platoon. That platoon did fire. Some of them fired into the front. So we might as well take the ones that are on the outside here and do the same to fire across. Now, that's the mortar there. Can the overhead go without line of sight? No. No, it doesn't operate like that. So the PTRD is just going to shoot at some armored cars. And then I've got 1, 2 rifles on the outside and a commissar. And he can't really see anything to hurt. So 3 rifles that will just shoot at the infantry stands at the edge of the trees. We get 1 hit. Yep. We'll just do it on the open stand.
Is good.
Okay. And the PTRD has 4 shots towards armored cars. We do get 1 hit on each.
All right, so
its AT is 5.
1 second to look up the stats of my armored cars.
Okay, so yeah, 5s. So they're in 16.
Yep, and front armor's 1, so they all go in.
5 plus firepowers. We'll start from your side to work in.
2 centimeter,
Boom.
build,
Boom.
build,
And
destroy. Not bad. All right, we'll mark those and be back with any more shooting. All right, we debated if we were going to shoot the 45s, but due to range and their lower AT with the short barrel, Ben decided it'd be more prudent to leave them gun to ground. So we're going to roll into this German turn 3.
Top of 3. It's top of German 3. You've got a starting step galore for you.
So we got some bail-ins here first. They bail in on a 4+ for remount. So they both bail in. And then we move on to pin checks.
Handy, that'll keep them on the field.
Oh no, oh yeah, they don't need it because it's 2. We just went over this off camera. Don't mind me. So rally on these guys in a 4+. Nope, they are
excellent.
just outside of range for the commander reroll. This squad, yes. This squad with commander reroll. No, that's bad. And the MGs will unpin, and then they need to make a last stand because they're down to 2 teams, and they are infantry teams, and they run away.
They were actually in a decent position for cover fire, so that's fortunate. That's the full starting step.
Yep.
So we'll return after what movement you plot out. So you brought some movement.
Yep. So
What you could.
Stugs and the the scout cars moved up. I'm gonna attempt to, I guess, assault with the Stugs if I need to. It's probably gonna go poorly, but whatever. Martyrs also rolled up. I was contemplating a blitz, but that wouldn't have got me the range to start engaging the KVs, so they just tactical forward.
My last threat for the KVs, fantastic.
Was able to dig in the platoon in the tree line. Was unable to dig in the platoon stuck out in the open here. And this platoon is just going to attempt another assault. I moved up the formation command team with SMGs to assist.
Okay. Well, let's see if the dice favor a turn to try and crack that line.
Okay, so we're going to kick things off with artillery. I was hoping the infantry guns had a smoke bombardment, but unfortunately they don't, so that's less than ideal. So we're just going to repeat bombardment with them. They're going to land on the gray aiming point, which had 4 Maxims and 2 rifle teams. So 4 Maxims hitting on 3s, getting 3, and 2 rifle teams hitting on 3s, getting 2. So 3 Maxims for me, please. They are already pinned, so we don't have to add another pin
3
marker.
Maxims.
And then re-rolling the the successes.
Oh, yes.
Perfect.
They convert.
3 up firepower.
Should have checked that. It's 4 firepower.
Killing 2 Maxims. All right.
Excellent.
2 rifles. Re-rolling because of repeat.
Conversion, yeah.
So they're
They're actually so good.
but they do gain a pin marker for them.
Back to pin down.
No, I just killed.
And 2 Maxims.
Yeah, so now I'm only hitting 1 Maxim with the mortars.
So yeah, so now you are, if you want to use the same range in, you'd be hitting 3 rifles, a Maxim, and the PTRD.
You know what? Actually, I think I'm going to take the risk and attempt to rearrange them in over here. I'm just gonna. Sorry, guys. I should have done this before we started filming. So I'm here.
Fair.
I'm just gonna aim up. I am gonna land it on the hill a bit, just because
a lot of support guns.
Gonna have to.
Totally fair
I
target.
want to try and hit some of these mortars. I guess if I clip 1 mortar, that's really all I need to do, right?
If you hit them.
So I'm gonna range it right here. My skill is 3, so it'll be a 4 because of the hill.
Okay.
First attempt. Hey,
fantastic.
That's working out for me. So what do we got? We got 2 mortars, Commissar, the light mortar stand,
mortar, PTRD,
the command team, and 1 Maxim.
Okay, so 2 mortars.
All right, so hitting on 3s. Both hits. I'll just put these over here for now.
PTRD and
light mortar. So PTRD is hit. Light mortar is hit. Oh, okay.
Commissar.
Typical.
Okay, and 1 rifle.
Yep, and then the 1 Maxim right here. Hey, okay, that was some good shooting. Now, can I actually make them kill anything? That's the next question.
We'll just start rolling it down. We'll Maxim. No.
Okay, so that'll be
rifle.
Yep.
Is good. PTRD.
Okay.
Fails. Mortar. Passes. So we failed, before I forget, we failed the Maxim and the PTRD.
Okay. And then the 2
And now I've got 2 mortars. Okay.
1. Okay.
1 of the 2.
So 4 firepower, Maxim first. Gets him. The mortar, or the PTRD rather. Nope. Ooh. And 1 of the medium mortars. Not quite.
Oh,
but
okay.
that does put a pin on both of those units.
Losing the Maxim, unfortunate, but, and yeah, the pin
is big for me. Actually, I needed that.
You definitely needed that to have this even last another
Not that
turn.
it'll really reduce your rifle MG team's rate of fire, but
not a lot, but I mean, the Maxim's out, and
Well,
the
mortars
now.
were actually those light mortars had the best shot from last turn.
Yeah, because they had.
Because you're also still pinned underneath them.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll unpin.
But we'll see. So let's be right back. Just gonna pull a couple of things off, and I'm gonna contemplate the rest of my shooting.
Okay, small arms fire. What are we bringing?
Actually, we're gonna start with the martyrs. I'm really
large arms fire. All right.
I'm really not liking those KVs down the road there.
They are the twin only threats to each other, really.
So I'm gonna take the ranging shots. So it's definitely over 16.
Moved up, so you have one shot each. Over 16.
The one.
Now I'm reckless.
Yeah.
So threes.
Speaking of 3, but the one of them is shooting through a wreck, so it'll be 4 for that one. So I'll do him first on a 4+. Good.
Still hits.
And the other 2 on a 3+. 1. Okay, so your front armor is 9.
9 going to 10
is 12. So ones, don't roll ones.
Well, now you've gone and said it.
Well, that's why I went and said it.
You know what? Because you've said it,
it might
work in my favor.
That's fair.
All right.
And
so
then just the front 2 tanks. Hey, I got one. Okay, what's my AT? My firepower is 3+. So on the 1. I bail him out! Typical!
Hey!
Why does that always happen?
But it's because you really wanted to give me the chance
to use the command card, yep.
My command card, unkillable.
We took that in the last game, and before I realized that I couldn't actually hurt the KVs with anything I had on the table.
Oh, really? See, I rarely, as people have been aware, use the command cards. I usually prefer more bodies on the table, but this will be fun, because if he doesn't remount, and now he might, but he can still act like he gets to shoot, which will be really fun.
Yep. So, moving along, my 222 Scout Troop, I've got a 2cm that's going to shoot your BA-64s, moving rate of fire 2, and then the MG will shoot...
Which I learned yesterday are slow armored cars.
Yeah, I thought they were fast.
My infantry can pretty much outrun them.
Oh, no, the 222s and 221s are about the same speed, actually.
Okay.
The wheels, right?
Wheel, yeah.
But the road
I mean, the Katyusha's wheeled, and it's got a faster road dash.
Better power to weight ratio. We'll go with that. So we got 2 shots hitting you on 3s, because you're not concealed, so you don't get on the ground.
Well,
or are they careful?
Yeah, they are scouts. Does that affect them sitting there at all?
Well, you'd get...
Not for vehicles?
Scout would give you gun to ground if you're moving and concealed.
Who even knows? Like I have Russians, sir.
We would have checked this if I thought about it.
Yeah, you should have.
Well,
all right. So they're aggressive.
Okay, so hitting on 3s, yeah.
They're confident and trained, apparently.
Well, because you have to be to drive around something like that. So 2 hits. AT is 5. To your front armor 1.
Front armor is 1.
Okay, so 4 is equal.
Was all that armor plate worth the lower speed?
Nope.
No!
But my firepower, I think, is a 5+.
Okay, okay.
So 1 destroyed, 1 bailed out. All right, I'll grab some smoke for you if you want to grab a bailed out marker. Just whoop right there. Good enough. And then the MG, I think its moving rate of fire was 3. Yeah, 3 at, I'll target the PTRDs as the initial target, hitting on 4s because you're concealed. 2 hits, so 1 on him, and I'll assign the other hit to the Commissar.
Can I mistaken it?
You are outside of 6. Yes, you can.
I will mistaken the Commissar attempt to just a rifle, which we do.
Okay.
And we will attempt the PTRD also to a rifle. No.
All right.
So for the PTRD, this is good. For the rifle now, also good.
All right. So you know what? I'll do the Stug now, and the Stugs will target the infantry squad as well.
If you want to potentially assault, yes.
So I'm going to use the Commissar as the initial target in that platoon.
Could you go away, sir? It's not like he's wearing a fancy hat or anything.
It's because he's wearing a blue hat. Absolutely. So 1 hit on him, 1 hit on a PTRD, and 1 hit on a rifle team.
All right. We will attempt to reassign, starting with the Commissar. Yes. Right, Red banner proper.
That'll go to that rifle team.
Okay. And we will attempt to reassign the PTRD.
The only other rifle team...
And we will leave the rifle.
...would be here.
Yeah.
Okay. So just the front 3 rifles.
So 3 rifles. So start, first dice down will be the far one, working to me. Boom. Boom.
1, 2. All right. 3 up firepower, I think.
2 firepower, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Direct shot Stugs have actually been pulling that off.
Nope, not this time. You had to say something. Come on. What are you doing, man? Hey, like the direct fire almost never manages to pull it off. I always whiff those fire powers.
We got some pinned rate of fire MG teams here, rifle MGs, so one shot each will go over here. They are stationary, so they can shoot over their friends.
They are pinned down.
But they count as stationary for the purposes of moving, I believe. It's just they use their moving rate of fire. Because I was still able to try to dig in, which you can't do if you move.
But their pinned down is their moving rate of fire, so.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams.
All
One of
MGs?
which may not actually have range, the rifle MGs. Or sorry, line of sight, because this team.
I think they all do. I'm just
they have
filming
range.
the top of your head, so let me just
don't
pin
know
down.
about the line of sight, because these guys are going to be moving. But I guess they count
They
as
didn't
stationary
move yet,
until they move.
so you can shoot over them for this phase.
All right.
It'll
so
affect the assault, so yeah,
So
there
what do
are
we have?
plenty.
What is in range? Just a couple of teams, though?
No, it goes pretty far.
Oh, okay. So
In
yeah, I'll
radius.
just shoot them all at once then. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
One
between
shot
them you can
each.
shoot the better part of the platoon.
Hitting you on 3s or 4s?
So they would be aggressive troops, but they're concealed, so 4s.
Getting 2 hits. So we'll just put it on 1 and 2.
Okay. For the front 2 teams here.
Okay.
Ooh,
6 of
2 the fire powers.
Oh, I got one! Oh boy! I like that.
Oh, man.
Right? That almost never happens.
It is. It's always shocking when it does.
So then, don't really want to kill the guys right in front of me and get rid of my assault chances, so that might actually be the extent of my shooting.
Artillery, tanks,
No, you know what, I
and
might as
small
well.
arms. Okay.
So we got, I'm not going to shoot the SMG team because he can only hit them. I want to spread some shots around, so I'm going to initial target him with the MG teams here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He won't have line of sight because that team did move. So 4 MG shots, rifle MG shots rather, a moving rate of fire 1. Targeting this team. Getting 1 hit, coincidentally.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
He does save.
I was a little worried that that was going to end up being the thing I didn't want to happen. So we'll be right back after I move into the assault.
Fantastic. Okay,
right.
so you've got your assault lined up.
Yeah, you had my SMG command team join the assault there. They charged in.
Now you
we
pinned
counted up
everything.
defensive, so we got 13 pin shots from the platoons around them.
Took out a lot of Maxims, so despite no smoke, we still have a fair number of shots. I've got 2 rifles here, the 1 Maxim left in range, and various rifles, including the overhead mortar from the core platoon being assaulted. So we'll just start 2 over here. Bad start for you. Pin down MG. Okay, well, that worked. 2 rifles there. 1 more. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rifles. Now the commander
will count as a rifle team.
Oh yeah, that's not the battalion HQ.
Correct, yeah.
So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. There's also 2 from the mortar doing a pinned overhead.
Well, that'll once again push back the assault.
4s? Yes.
Because I'm not in concealment,
And
unfortunately.
2 from the mortar.
Okay.
Both miss.
So just 6 hits. I got 5 teams, so
So did almost get through, but yes.
who do you want having the double hit?
We will go ahead and put it on the command team.
I figured. Okay, so speaking of, a said SMG company commander dies horribly. He will get no iron cross today, and then we got the 4 shots on the 4 teams. They will one will live. All right, so we'll be right back after that. I move them back. All right, so we moved back that platoon and charged in 2 Stugs. Now, I know assault guns, not necessarily the best choice for assaulting, but I'm getting a little desperate here, so let's see what we can do. We got a PTRD team that's pinned, shooting on my side armor of 3.
Yeah, so the AT guns are just out of range, with you having only moved 2 in. The 3rd would have drawn them in. But we do have the pinned PTRD. Not the best, better than nothing. Only thing that's really going to be able to attempt to hurt you with a defensive fire at least. So we'll roll a 2. We do get 1 hit.
Side armor 3 to anti-tank 5.
Anti-tank 5,
so I need to roll a 2 or better. Like that. Perfect.
Okay. Ignore that.
All right, so now,
see if you can roll over a pair of rifles.
My assault rating on them is actually going to be a 4+.
Yes. Not as
And I'll
bad.
kill a team.
1, do you care?
I don't know. It's all good.
All right.
Now you have to test the counterattack.
One's
So
dead.
what is your counterattack rating?
So, we don't have a separate one with our commissar still up. It's just our 4. which we're going to have to pull back.
All right. I wish that could have happened with the infantry. That would have put the infantry in a much better position, but we'll be back after we fall back. All right, and there we have it. Ben fell his troops back outside of the 6-inch bubble. Sadly didn't pour, or wasn't close enough to push the 82mm mortars at all, but that is okay, and I fell back just to the crossroads there. We'll roll into the bottom of turn 3. I'm not in a great position, but hopefully I can survive this next turn of artillery and continue to press home my advantage. Bottom of turn 3 for the Soviets.
Do you have a starting step? We'll just start over here. We've got the rifles that were pinned down. They're up. The Maxims who've been pinned all game. They're up. Red banner turn, people. The mortars on the hill, the light mortars. The rifle team that was pushed back. Apparently. Well, thanks, Dice. We do have a bailed out BA. Oh, it's like if that one's...
Okay. I don't know if he actually gets back in.
I don't think he actually gets back in, to be honest.
Unless he's crazy motivated.
I don't think so. Not that much. No, they have a 3+ last stand, but only a 4+ would be for their remount.
All right, so on that note, you will not have to do a last stand, unfortunately, because there's only one in good standing in the unit.
Oh, is one dead?
One was dead, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. One's smoked. Okay. Then yeah.
3 up.
3+.
Yeah, okay. Can't ever seem to make you fail a motivation check.
I failed a lot of motivation checks.
Not when
That's
it
what
matters.
I failed. Oh, you're true. I will pass every reluctant one just to fail all of the fearless ones.
Yeah.
Geiger's always needed a reroll.
All right, moving on to... Oh, and we did not bother rolling the 3 dice for reserves because even if he doesn't get a 5+, he gets 1 unit, and he only had 1 unit left.
And we almost forgot I do have apparently more units not on the table yet.
So, we will be back after the movement. Forgot that there is the one bailed out
They
KB.
ordered one for you? Yeah, the KB. All right. He remounts.
I'm never going to get to use that command card. They wouldn't have worked anyways.
He would have failed it because there is a motivation test for that again.
Yep. So,
but interesting.
Now on to the
movement. Maybe not needed to be 4 points, but still fun. Fun concept. Okay. Okay, so only so much movement that I would even want to do, arguably. Main thing is I've actually pushed the rifles back up. We want to make sure that they have to work for every foot. The lead KVs have dashed to clear the bridge. They won't be able to shoot this turn, but the rear 2 have just done a tactical. They'll at least be able to fire. And the Valentines here have dashed up along the road to try and also make sure that they're going to be present for any future turns we might need to go. So that was otherwise it. We're going to go right into some shooting. I've got some good artillery placement still, fortunately. And then we've got some AT game to actually try and bring. So we will drop into that. We have what for artillery? We will do a little repeat of the mortars here. They still had a really good placement. Who's that little team? He's part of the platoon, not a commander. That's the remaining commander, yes? Okay, so we've got everyone in the back platoon and 3 in the front. Doing a repeat, so we're just hitting on 4s. So 2, 2, 0. 1 front team. 2 here. Fantastic. And doop. Doop. Yes. And the end one. No.
Okay.
Okay.
So the front team lives. This team dies. Next team dies. And the last team lives.
Okay. We had the Katyushas, if we're going to leave them on target, which again is probably valid. Yeah, we actually are going to get, what, at least 1 martyr? And 2 teams. We're going to go for it. So 2 teams, 1 hit, and the martyr. No.
Yeah, the team. Firepower.
Firepower on a Katyusha is
a 4+.
4.
We'll roll and then we can double check. Yeah,
well, 6 is definitely going to do it. Good. Okay, that keeps those guys pinned. And then we had the heavier mortars which were right here. And we're going to have 2 teams and the 3 martyrs. We'll repeat on that too. Small base, large base. No. 3 martyrs. 1.
AT?
AT, I believe, is just 2 on 120.
All right, well, I'll roll a 4, so.
So good either way.
Yeah.
Definitely isn't a 4. Okay. So that's artillery. Let's start with the AT. We're going to do the PTRD first. It's going to take 2 shots with its moving at the armored cars.
Hitting on 4.
1 hit.
Side armor is 0 to AT 5.
5.
6.
All right. Apparently your armor was worthwhile. Let's go into the 2 KVs. Do I have range now to these markers?
24, I think.
24 it is. Ooh, I do. Now, I would be hitting roughly. I'm over 16, you're 4.
4, so 5 for range, then depending on which one you're shooting at, 6 for concealment. Oh, and they're overworked, actually,
1,
so 6.
because it's the only way I'm going to hurt it. And, yeah, and moving, so 2 shots. But honestly, the Stugs would be slightly easier. I'd be hitting on 5s.
Mm-hmm. Just because the overworked.
But the martyrs are my biggest threat, at least to the KVs. That said, the Stugs are your best thing to crack my infantry line, and 5s I like better than 6s. We're gonna fire at the Stugs. Doesn't matter.
Point either way.
Doesn't matter. So we have the 2 AT guns.
Mm-hmm. Also shoot the Stugs, I presume, or are they going to shoot the...
I don't think they have range. They're only a 20. Yeah, so they can shoot the Stugs. At least we're in 16 now, so you're front 5.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll shoot the Stugs.
Yep, hitting on 4s.
So 4s. We do have 1 each, or 2.
1 and 1, front armor 5 to 87, both bounce with a 6 and a 5.
Bounce. You can do armor saves. I've definitely seen that in past games too. But that's the AT game, and we're just doing various shots at rifle and infantry at this stage. Okay, so we're going to start with the stuff over here.
Okay.
The Maxim platoon, which has 2 that are in range. Actually, it probably has a longer range. It probably has 20 inches. Other one. 24. So actually, all 3. So we'll roll 2, 4, 6, 10, 12. We'll have another 6. We're just going to do that. Heck, we'll do it all into, yeah, we'll do it into the front platoon.
I was going to say, because they're stationary still, so they're concealed. Technically, the other one is not stationary because it assaulted.
You know what? We're going to split it. This is the first 2. They'll do the front. The last one will go into the second.
Yeah, so they're hitting on 4s on the front platoon.
3, 6, 7, 8. How many are left in that platoon? 3. So 3, 3, and we'll just say 2 on the small stand.
3. Dead. Next medium. Dead. And 2. That's a platoon.
Right. 2, 4, 5, 6. The last one, now he's actually also, I think, going to be over 16. Yes, so
he'll be hitting on
going
6s
to
then.
6s. None.
Works for me.
Perfect. We have a couple rifles that were in range of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll just clear everything that this platoon's got for shooting over here.
Hitting on 5s.
None. Okay, so that platoon is done. Maxim's done. We will actually arguably really only have this core platoon right here. And they're not dug in, but we do have 1, 2, that didn't move, 3. The mortar is out of range now. Boom, boom. So 6 teams, 3, 6 teams, just rifle shots. Doesn't hit any? One. Okay.
That's good.
I think that's it for shooting.
All right, not
Small
bad.
arms, KBs have fired, AT guns have fired.
Definitely whittled down a lot of my combat force, though. So we'll move into top of turn 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I need some heavier armor. We don't have Tigers yet, right? It's only August 1942.
It's a rifle. It's a rifle thing.
When a Tiger?
Don't worry. When you're in Stalingrad, this will be what my forces face.
When I'm in Stalingrad, I'll have assault pioneers, flamethrowers, and all that fun jazz. Anyways, so command step, we got some unpins. We got a 4+ unpin on him with a reroll. They unpin, and a 4+ unpin on them. Please tell them I'm within range to reroll.
I think so.
Adjust. Okay.
Sure.
Nope. Okay. Moving on. So, yeah. Do I have any last stands at the moment? I do not. Okay, good. So we'll be right back after my scant, meager movement phase.
And
all right. So
4.
Doing what I should have done at the start. Maneuvering to this flank, maybe too little, too late. But let's see. So they dashed away at cross-country dash and then followed me, trying to get out underneath from templates as quickly as we can. Still going to get hit by the salvo. There's not much I can do about that. This platoon advanced farther into the tree line, giving up their gun to ground, but hopefully that won't be a problem. The Stugs and the scout cars have maneuvered to allow shots from the Martyrs on the KVs, while also maximizing shots on the enemy and their artillery pieces.
There's a firing lane down this road.
So we'll be back with some shooting.
So realizing the threat of the artillery and that bridgehead
threat, it just was figuring out how to best deal with it. So I'm going to attempt to re-range in the 7.5 centimeter infantry guns on top of the hilltop.
Fair.
So skills 3+, needing 4. First attempt gets it. Take that. So
So we already plotted. There'll be the
mortars, right?
You were able to get with the corner, I believe. There was a way. Yeah. So you get the three light mortars, the rifle's overhead mortar, one of the AT guns, and the 2 formation commands.
Right. Okay. So the medium mortars hitting on 3s, getting 2. The 45, getting him. 2 formation commanders, getting 1, and the
overhead mortar.
Yes.
All right, an excellent opening barrage. So yeah, 3s crossed. Even the 45
should be
is a 3. Yes. So the 2 of the mortar platoon.
1.
Okay. The 45.
That.
The overhead mortar. It's good.
That's okay.
And the formation commander.
I'll take those.
Or well, his assistant.
So firepower checks. The 1 medium mortar. Nope. The 45. No. And the formation. Whatever. You're pinned.
Some more pinned.
On
Soviets, you do have to make us force morale checks.
And then we'll be right back with the 82s.
So the rest of your artillery?
So the medium mortars are going to attempt to respot on top of there on a 3+. We get it. So
you're in.
The 1 Maxim team that's underneath there.
Yep.
Gets him. And then
it is 3 all rifles.
Getting 2.
Okay. The
one of which is actually dug in.
2 rifles. Oh,
that's okay. We'll say the one that's dug in is the one that failed, just so that I'll have to at least do firepower.
You know what? 50-50 it.
Okay, yeah. So the dug in.
So the dug in one.
Right.
And the Maxim, who is dug in anyway.
Yep. All right. So firepower on the rifle team. Nope. And the Maxim. No.
Are you 4 or 3?
They are almost all
4 on the
mortars.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so then we'll be moving straight into the rest of my shooting. I'm gonna
put down more pin markers over here. That platoon's already
things off with some martyrs.
Yes.
Got a little bit of a finagle here just because of some line of sight. So this guy can only hit these 2 tanks, and you're over 16. This guy is going to be able to hit these 2 tanks, and he's over 16. And this guy's shooting through concealment and over 16 on those 2 tanks. So, hitting on 3s here. 1. Put it there. Hitting on 3s here. Come on, man. And then hitting on 4s.
You can be reckless sometimes, and it's still okay.
Firepowers, you're over 16, so...
So I'm at 10s?
So we'll do one by the hill.
2 equals.
And one on the bridge.
Okay, to bail out the one on the hill. Bails them out.
We do want to get our card used.
Okay, and then MG half track into the mortar teams and 2 centimeter half track into the gun team.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s because you dug in. So 2 hits on the mortars, 1 and 1. Both saving, okay, and then 2 shots from the 2 centimeter. Hitting once, no, hitting twice because you are still aggressive on those 45s, right? Oh no, yeah, that is, yes. That's how how math works. One? Well, it was only 1.
Oh.
So re-roll those. There's only 1 hit, you roll 2 saves.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. Okay, because you're concealed, right? Okay. No. Okay, and then the Stugs. I don't think I can hurt you, KB, so he's going to shoot the Commissar. He's going to shoot the Commissar. No, I'm going to shoot the Commissar. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits on your Commissar, and he's within 6 of all but 1. So you can mistake and target one of those. I should have rolled them separately, I'm sorry.
How many are you firing?
2 shots. 1
2
of which
hits?
can't be mistaken target. Yeah, so 2 hits, sorry. 3 shots.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I guess one of them would have to be assigned anywhere else.
Mistaken target. Yeah. So one of them would have been somewhere else, so I'm assuming you got one on the
One on the PTRD and one on the Commissar.
So I'll shift one to the rifle, and that's all I could do.
Or you could just leave it on the Commissar.
Yeah, I mean, they're both rifles.
3 up saves.
One of them just a hat. So PTRD, and the new rifle.
PTRD. Dead. Oh, he wasn't even dug in. I didn't have to roll firepower.
He wasn't, but it worked in your favor anyway.
Yep. And then we got some rifle MG teams in the tree line. We'll take their moving rate of fire on the infantry in front of them. I'll target the farther unit back. Still within 6, so yep. Hitting on 3s. So I'm shooting through the trees, so hitting on 4s. Okay. So that'll be my shooting phase. So we'll be right back with some charges.
You have whittled them down.
Okay, so it worked last time, so I'm going to charge 1 Stug this time. Just out of range of defensive fire for the KVs, because the one that was within 8 is bailed out and should still be out of range for the 45s.
Yeah, and yes. Okay.
And then so, no PTRD this time.
No PTRD, so there's no defensive fire worth shooting.
So just straight to my assault.
Go into an assault.
4+. No.
None?
Counterattack.
Counterattack.
They did this time, okay. I was hoping that wouldn't work.
Do I have anyone else who can join? You know what? These 2 teams that aren't in the fight are going to stack up there with him.
Okay, I guess I should actually check my top armor, which I think is 1. Continue. Yep.
And we do have a slightly better assault rating. So we have a 4+ for the Motherland. So to hit, 3 hits.
Okay.
Using our improvised
top armor 2. Yeah, our top armor 1.
1.
That bails him out.
Well,
we'll kill him.
Destroys essentially.
Okay.
Boom. And that's arguably.
Well, hold on now. Assault. Now here's the question: they're not assaulting teams, but they are within range to move in. Do I now have to counterattack with them?
No, because
they could be drawn in, so they technically count as defensive teams. I mean, I'm okay with it.
I'm going to have to read the exact ruling. Okay, so we did double check, because we do know that when I've assaulted Jacob, the 8-inch bubble of defending teams from defensive fire has forced not even teams in contact to fall back. We were concerned on the counterattack, we would end up with the same reverse bubble, forcing his grenadiers back or stopping the assault from even ending. Not the case. In the counterattack, it's separate from the initial defending teams, consisting only of assaulting teams. So in this case, the only assaulting teams were the Stugs, and there is technically, actually it's not even over, because with a further 4-inch move, the one team could contact other members of the assaulting platoon.
Indeed.
And so he's going to test a counterattack with the Stugs. Whether win or lose, the Grenadiers are not involved.
Darn, that's 1 shy of what I need, so that will kill my Stug and force my other Stug to move. So we'll do that and be right back. Okay, hoping for some pins to stick this turn. Let's roll right into it. What are we unpinning first? Oh, we got to remount the tank first. Can't forget that.
Sure. KB doesn't remount.
Will that command card actually be useful for once?
Well, he still needs another motivation to actually even use it, but it might be. No, he has a special for counterattack and last stand, but not remount.
All right.
So he stays pinned.
I did something to a KB. I'm calling that a victory.
We do have a BA over there that's still
yes.
on. He
Right,
stays bailed.
Last stand after the rallies.
Yeah, so the AT gun is unpinned.
That's a shame.
The mortars
that's
not
big.
unpinned. Well, that's helpful for you. Maybe a little late, but definitely always ideal. The rifle platoon is unpinned.
Oh, for the mortars, got the commander reroll.
They're right there. No.
Okay.
But that means the tank actually is a commander right there. Yeah.
Come on, dude. No.
Thanks for reminding me.
No.
And I guess I got a Maxim over here.
Yep.
Which is
4+.
4+, yeah. Okay, so everything but the BA is unpinned.
All right. So we'll be back after movement.
Mostly going to be this armor here. All right, short and simple as it's been on the defensive, but we did move up 2 of the tanks to clear the bridge. 2 remain stationary. 1 Valentine did dash, not going to be able to have fired from the back of the bridge, with the other 2 moving up. So we do have the tanks ready to engage. We did move up the 1 BA, just going to try and start pinning down that forest. And the SMG group has actually just moved up, because if we can get these tanks at least bailed out, they'll go in to finish the job. So ideally this will end the German thrust for the bridge and close up this battle. Let's go right into some shooting for it.
All right, we'll figure out the artillery first.
Yeah, we're going to be doing this Katyusha. We're pretty much still going to catch a bunch of stuff. So the 3 martyrs and 2 teams.
2 teams, yeah. So I did move out a little bit, thankfully.
All right, well, you were under another battery anyway, so you did what you could. 2 teams, neither. 3 martyrs. Yeah, 3 martyrs.
Yep, hitting on 4s.
Whoop.
1.
1.
Okay. Top over 0, anti-tank 2.
Yeah.
No worries.
Okay, mortar's pinned, so he's doing nothing. The heavy mortar, probably going to range in honestly in that same spot.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? He's going to range in on the same,
middle
of that road area.
Yep. So just on your skill.
Or he's got a range in that's
only
hitting the martyrs.
Yes.
You know what? Honestly, more than I even need to kill that team, the martyrs are a threat, and I don't like his ranging in skill. We're just going to take the shot at the martyrs.
Okay. 1.
1.
Equals.
Does equal.
4
it's a 4+.
Now we have
Pretty
to check,
sure it's
it
only
should be a 4+, but it might be a 3.
Yeah, they are large mortar, but I think it's still... No, they are 3+.
Okay, that bails them out. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was the AT that was higher or the firepower that was higher.
A little bit bigger. Technically both. 2 and 3 versus 1 and 4.
So they're actually worth their points. Excellent.
Well, for a couple points. More like 1 point apiece.
Well, they got the bigger range, too.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Definitely worth.
Okay, moving on.
Let's go right into the KVs. We're going to do these first 2 that moved. Should be under 16 now. Yes. So we're overworked.
So hitting on 5s.
5s.
And the other 2, that if you wanted to shoot them, would still be hitting on 5s just because of range, so you could roll them together.
I think they're over 16 as well, yeah. Yes. So I'm going to do the 1 straight up.
Okay. So 3
and
shots on the
other one's going to shoot at
is there stationary rate of fire still 1? Or is it 2? I don't think it's 2 because I don't think there's anything in the Soviet.
I know the IS are 1 and 1 just all the way, but
the KVs might be 2.
No, they are 2.
Okay, so 4 shots then on the martyrs.
So yeah, we'll do 4 at the martyrs.
And then the other KV will.
The other is going to shoot the Stoogs.
Yeah. Okay.
So for the martyrs,
1 hit.
1 hit.
Well, just
yeah.
One armor's like 3 or something. So.
Oh yeah, straight to firepower.
Well, what is their AT's 9?
3+, yeah, 9.
Yeah, the front armor's 2. So
we do get 1.
Okay.
1 flames and 2 stationary at the Stoogs. So they're just on 4s.
Nice. Typical Soviet shooting.
Okay, we do have some Valentines there that probably could hurt us too. Almost. 7s.
Yep, for number 5.
So they moved.
They're
also overworked.
Yep, so hitting on 5s.
1 dash, but so only 2 shots.
Yep.
Neither.
Sounds
Mine
right.
is 5. AT guns. I'm just gonna shoot an armored. Well, one will shoot a Stu.
Yeah, I was gonna say one
will
has
shoot an
range,
armored
those
car
two
because
are
that's all they can
side.
see. So armored cars.
They hit.
They hit. And the Stug. 1 hit.
All right. Their AT was 7.
7?
Right? So the Stug, 2 equals. So bounces. Armored cars for an armor is 1. So
it can't even. It can't. No, you can. Exactly. So you can bail me out. Double bail.
what's their
They're
firepower?
4. Neither bail? Literally because you rolled 6s?
Oh, that's jokes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. Now you know how it feels.
I can never kill your light vehicles.
I need to just take armored car spam in mid-war, apparently.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to spend that much money on armored cars.
Well, I mean, the martyr threat's reduced.
Maybe. We'll see. We might get back in.
What's the machine gun on a Stug? You know what? You got armored cars in the range
my
too.
Stugs have machine guns?
I don't like
think
it.
the early ones
We're
do.
probably not
Oh,
assaulting.
no, they do. It's MG3.
All right, we're probably not getting an assaultant, but we're going to shoot some other shots. VA-64 has got a little machine gun. How many shots is that machine gun moving? Probably reduced for moving too. No, it's not.
There should be 3 still.
Still 3. I'm going to shoot at the guys in the forest.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Not bad.
Okay.
Take that back. That was bad.
Yeah, all we've got left is rifles here. We're going to shoot a couple guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know about him. The rest of them, so 4 guys can shoot the back.
Hitting on 5s.
Together we get a 5. Not even enough for 2 5s. That might be it for the shooting. Okay. And I don't have enough bailed out tanks that I want to deal with assaulting. So I think that's where I'm going to call my shooting for the turn.
All right. We'll be back with top of German's command step.
So the assault's blunted, but
Yep.
you're not broken.
So, remount on a 4+ for the martyr. Gets back in, so don't need to make a last stand there. And then a 4+ rally. And they rally. That's actually pretty big for me, because that's my last unit that can do much. So we'll move into moving. Kill enough guys until you can't stop me from taking a point.
I don't know if that's how that plan is valid. All right.
All right, so moving. Continued advancing up this platoon. They're just into the tree line here and are within 6 inches of some SMG teams, so I can shoot at them. Martyrs remain stationary to try and deal with some KVs. Stugs are pretending they're in War Thunder, along with the the armored cars, just to try and get some more shots on some stuff. So, on that note, we'll move into shooting.
And what shooting do we have?
I'm gonna have to rearrange in all my artillery.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, we'll be back.
All right.
So, I'm going to attempt to range the 7.8s basically on top of where the 8cm mortars were. So, no terrain underneath on a 4. No, a 3 because I'm skilled. Second attempt. I get the second attempt, so we're going to hit a Maxim and, what?
3 rifles?
3 rifles right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Maxim and 3 rifles. Maxim first on a 4 because the second attempt. And 3 rifles. All 4.
Hit everything. Okay. We'll do Maxim. He's dead.
He's dead.
No, he's dug in. The 1 dug in rifle.
Okay.
It's fine. And the 2 rifle, that one it was dug in.
Yeah, I think so.
And 1 moved.
Yeah.
All right.
The one with the
Other
lock.
dug in.
All right, so 4 up firepower on the Maxim. Kills it. And then a repeat from the 8cm mortars, which is just going to hit the 3 rifle teams. All 3.
Hit him.
And this is a repeat, so re-rolling.
So
these.
2.
He's
And
good.
the separate one. So the first uncovered guy is just dead, actually.
Excellent.
And re-roll for repeat.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. So that will pin them down. So then I got some rifle MG teams in the forest. This one will be shooting through smoke to hit them, and this one will just be shooting. So hitting them on 3s, getting a 2, and this one hitting on 4s. Getting 1 hit, 1 save, please, on one of these undug in units.
Yep.
Okay. Over here, we got 2 rate of fire 1 on the move rifle MG teams on your SMGs. They're just within 6, so hitting on 6s because you're concealed and gone to ground. Hitting once. Okay. 4 shots from the martyrs on your KVs. Initial target here. So hitting on 2s, hitting on 3s. So hitting on 3s because of the smoke. 1, hitting on 2s. Hold on. Am I over 16 to him? I am not. Oh yeah, so yeah, that hits twice. So 1, 2, and 3. Now he is over 16, so you do get the higher armor roll.
Okay, so front
10, so he will equal on a 2 and go on a 3.
front ones. Bounce. Second front one.
That one goes in.
In. Rear one.
Bounces.
Bounces.
All right, 3 up, 2 destroy. Destroys it. All right, I'll grab some smoke and mark that in a bit. Stugs, moving rate of fire onto the infantry teams, 2 shots. 1 hit. They are actually going to allocate it to the, I'll say the commissar was the initial target. I should have declared that first, I'm sorry. And he is within 6, so cannot be mistaken targeted.
1 hit.
Yes.
He's still
Vindication.
plugged in.
Vindication. Oh, right. No! It's not fair. I just want to kill that dumb commissar.
Because you cheered.
Yeah, you know what? That is actually why. So, the half tracks. I'm going to put the MGs once again into the mortar team and the 2 centimeter into the cannon. So 2 centimeter first, hitting on 4s because you're dug in. 2 hits. 1 and 1 at this point because I can see both.
And AT guns. Both
Okay.
good.
And then the MG on, I think he's only going to be able to hit the 1 mortar team because the other ones are to his right.
Like, yeah,
which
way
is
up the
being
hill.
blocked.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s. No, hitting on 4s because they are aggressive, but they are dug in. So no hits. Okay. That'll be my shooting phase. So I'll be back with some contemplated assaults again.
Fair enough.
We're going to try and remount the BA here for the start of the turn. And then a couple pin checks.
I think
What is
it
the
was
morale on the BA?
4+ when we looked last.
Yeah, just confident.
Nope.
Um,
So we'll come back to their last stand.
yeah, and then the mortars,
No.
Reroll?
4+. Yeah.
they're good. And the
Rifle company?
rifle,
It's 5+ now because they don't have commissar.
they
Oh, they
have a
just have a commissar. Damn it! I really wanted
And
to die.
they got 5 anyway.
No!
So
Why
they're
would you
on
let me kill him? All right, and then a last stand on the BAs.
Yeah,
I think they had
last
the better
stand
last
is a
stand.
better
Right?
last stand, so it's a 3+.
Yeah.
They're holding around.
All right. We'll be back after some movement.
Okay, so some movement. Valentine's trundled through the wreckage of a KV, moved up. The SMG group is closed in. The scout group, not actually having range to fire back from their foxholes, and why the heck not? She decided to charge through the forest to engage the grenadiers. And the reserve platoon, hearing that the front center was getting a bit thin, and infantry, not tanks, has shuffled up the river. Just because, why not? It's fun to engage your reserves. So that's where we're going to leave it at. We're going to go into some shooting. I've got repeats that only hit the martyrs.
Yep.
There's 2 there. Katyusha hits 1.
Okay.
Fine. The heavy mortars don't hit either. Fine enough.
And then
All right.
BA2s.
Regular shooting. Oh,
Did you
yeah.
want to rearrange them?
The regular
or-
mortars.
They might not have anything
Can't
they can
hit
really
any-
hit on, so just because
What's
they're
their
close.
range? It might just counter battery a bit.
It's probably 40.
I don't think the 82s are that long.
My
Probably
mediums are 40.
24 or 30.
No, they're more than 24. I mean, my mediums are the same caliber and they're 40. Right there.
Oh, they are 40. I don't know why I'm thinking so short. All right. They've got range. We're going to counter battery at some mortars. Why not? I don't even know why dice. I need to range in. Okay. We'll try and range in.
Damn.
We do.
Right, hitting 4.
Fantastic. 4 to open. Hit 3.
firepower on 2.
This might be the first time I've ever counter batteried and had it actually do anything. One of the few times I've ever counter batteried, to be fair. 4 pluses. We got one. Still not enough to knock them down, unfortunately. That's the benefit of 4 strength, but still fun, and we're ranged in. Okay. We will go into the armor. That's the real critical part here. So we've got 2 KVs stationary. They're going to shoot at the martyrs.
Okay.
Those two they were over 16?
Yes.
Yes, over 16. So, but we didn't move. We do hit 1 on each.
Now on a 6, I can equal, which I get on 1, so I'll take that. 1 pen, 1 equals.
All right, the one straight through. These are 3 pluses.
Dead.
Blows up. The other one
bailed out.
failed. Okay. The one that's stationary at point blank with a pair of Stugs. Guess who he's going to shoot? Somehow he's only hitting one of them.
All right, for number 5, so 4 equals.
4
Possible bail.
equals. Fantastic. Valentine's.
Oh, you gotta roll to see if you bail.
Oh,
because it equals.
Oh, it equals. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking bounced.
Yep.
Does bail 1. Great. AT guns. We'll do the AT guns just at the armored cars.
Okay.
1 on each.
Didn't think it happened twice in a row.
It's like I gave you 1. So yeah, these are 4s.
I'll take 2 bail out. I really should.
I
just
have
take
never
light
managed
cars.
to convert. I don't think a light AT gun has ever successfully killed a vehicle for me. In any case, we will go into the Valentines. The one there, moved, overworked, is going to shoot an armored car. Does hit 4. Okay. Oh no, overworked. Does add the +1. Yes. So.
Well, you've got another one that could shoot the armor cars if you really want to.
Could, if he wants to spin his turn all the way around. Now we're going to put 1 into the Stug and 1 into the bailed out Martyr. Okay. So 1 at the Martyr. Nope. No. The 1 at the Stug. No. Also overworked. No. Fair. Going into various small arm fire. We've got the little BA. He's going to shoot to the platoon here. His 3 shots. Hits 2.
Right, I got a 2 infantry saves. That's right. That's how things work, and we're good.
Good. Okay. And all the various shots here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rifles from on this side. We're gonna roll those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1 through smoke. 8, 1 through smoke, technically through the Stug, and overhead from the mortar. None of them are dug in, so we'll roll the overhead with the mortar with the rest. And 1 through smoke, that needs a 5.
No, that one's hitting on 6, because I could see
nothing. Okay.
So these are hitting on 5s.
5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
So there's 3 teams and a company commander there.
So technically you just...
you could assign to the company commander because he can be lumped in because he's so close, I think.
Yes, maybe. Yeah, there's some rules about that. You can draw in other things right next to it of the same team type, I think. I'm sure. Just 1 on each, whatever.
So company commander. All right, and then he dies, but is taken or switches to another one or something like that. I'll check. I think it's okay. So we checked. There is no other formation command team nearby, so it's a 3-up roll to see if you can switch to another team of the same type that's within 6 inches. So he will commandeer basically one of these small stands. So I'll just do that, and that will also put them into last stand territory for the platoon.
Okay, and. Do we have any? Oh, we have SMGs.
You got 3 firing. 3 that can fire from the front. The other 2 in the back will be blocked.
Oh, I did set myself up for failure on that. I forgot.
It's okay. You got 3 shots each.
Yeah.
Hitting on 5s because of concealment.
3.
Okay, so if I can pick up 3 dice. Oh my gosh, there we go. Good to go.
All good. Well, I kind of set myself up to fail on that one because you're MG teams, aren't you?
Rifle MG. It's only 2 shots back each.
Oh, but I didn't pin you. Ah, well. Oh, well. Look at me go. They were just a cocky throw them in there because I wanted to do some stuff. I think that's really all of the shooting of any consequence. And do I have some assaults? Yes.
We'll move that and be right back.
Okay, so I've done some assaults.
Yep.
We
first,
didn't
film that one just
my
because
SMGs just ran forward to deal with the 2 bailed out armored cars. He did take some, actually, I didn't really factor in. Defensive fire from the Stug. Killed 2 of the 3 teams I had shuffled forward. But in the end, the armored cars are dead. The last team just went back to join his platoon. And I am assaulting with a couple of the teams that were right in front to try and deal with these Stugs.
Yep, so the defending teams for defensive fire are only going to be the infantry in the tree line, specifically because the rifles that you moved in were stationary, so if I remember correctly, they count as concealed, thus for the purposes of sneaking up on tanks. So I have 3 teams, one of which is technically now an SMG team, who just has
range.
No, I think he just... Yeah, he's just touching your base. Okay.
All right, sure. They are through the smokes there.
They're all going to be hitting on 4s.
Are none of them pinned?
No, I don't think so.
All the various shots I put in them and stuff? No, I didn't count.
I didn't think to count either.
Oh, well.
I get 4 hits. Not enough to push it back.
Oh,
it's 2 and 2.
True. Fair. Okay. 2 in the front. Lives. Awesome. 2 in the back. Double dead.
Okay.
Cool.
So then you contact me. I assume you're going to swing at the pinned down one because that's what you're touching. Or, no, you are technically touching the basically non-pinned out one. So.
Oh, I only have 1. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll fire at the one that's intact.
Yep.
It ends the platoon.
Yep.
You hit.
Top armor 1 to your anti-tank 2. Okay. And then
good.
we roll to counterattack.
Counterattack.
And this is important that I don't get a low number like that because now everyone.
I was going to say, I think you needed a
4,
5.
at least a 4 to keep the grenadiers where they were. So I'll move back and we'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. Now that did shove the grenadiers. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll make a new bubble. We'll show where it ends up.
All right. So the grenadiers, what's left of them, fell back there. Stug fell back there. Any other assaults you're contemplating?
Well, I was going to charge into the scout team, but overall, I'm not really a fan of not having this pinned down, but they're rifle MGs, eh?
Yep, so there'd be 8 shots coming at you.
8 shots. Now, these
Hitting
guys
on 5s because you're careful.
Actually careful.
And concealed because we're charging through trees.
Yes, you know
so
what?
It's worth trying.
8 on 5s. Why not?
All right, well, let me do my defensive fire now.
Platoon doesn't critically...
Just to see if I get 5 hits.
Isn't critically required from a battle plan.
And if I don't get 5 hits, we'll continue on with the assault. Except I'll get 5 hits. So we'll be figuring out casualties and be right back.
You did 5s and you still...
All right, so I only killed the 1 team and forced the assault back. Not that was good
one
for me.
team died.
That was good for
Not
me.
the end of the world for me.
But we'll see if I can even do much else here. Moving into turn 6, German command step.
So we do have some pins and then last stands.
So remount on the martyr. Doesn't remount. Last stand on the martyr. Just get that out of the way with now. He does stick around. Unpin the grenadier platoon. They unpin. Last stand. Oh no,
formation commander is
oh yeah, the
unpin.
formation commander as well. He will stay pinned for whatever it's worth. Them on a 4+. They will stay pinned. Last stand on the grenadier platoon. They run away. Oh wait, no, commander reroll. They don't run away.
The Stug?
Oh yes, he's down to 1, isn't he? He's good.
So the formation's not broken.
Not quite yet, but pretty damn close. So just move my grenadier platoon there up back in within 6. And this Stug came around to shoot at some SMGs. Otherwise, I'm just gonna try to hold on. It's probably a foregone conclusion, but we'll see where things go.
Throw a couple more dice before we pack her up. All right. You want to just go straight into your shooting?
Yep, so just having the 7.5s to repeat on the teams on top of the objective. That's only going to hit the 2 rifle teams.
At least those mortars are pinned. Great.
Both missing. Typical.
Ooh, fantastic.
I'm going to stationary rate of fire into your SMGs. So 8 shots again, hitting on 5s.
Did you roll not 6 of those hits again?
I would love to roll exactly what I rolled before. Let's put that tree
Wasn't
there.
a fan.
Well, I'll get 3 hits. That's good enough for me. The front 3 SMGs, please.
Sure.
Nope, won't kill him.
We're good?
Okay, Stug will fire, moving rate of fire. Actually, he'll shoot your BA.
BA?
Hitting on a 3.
Hits.
Anti-tank is 7.
Can
Fire
I
number's
pull
1.
an
What I
armored
did?
card, Jacob?
Nope. I believe that's called a splat.
Probably went right through into that other one. He's like, this is why I'm not getting back in.
Right. Okay, so that's that. And then those grenadiers are just going to not shoot because they want to actually go gun to ground. You know what? I might as well shoot with the one team because it's not like they're going to get gun to ground this turn because they moved. So I'll just shoot there and he'll shoot through the concealment there. So hitting on a 3 on him. Nope, hitting on a 4 on him. Yes. Nope. Okay, so unfortunately that's my turn.
All right, so into
Bottom of turn.
bottom of 6. Okay. Starting step is brief. The perpetually bailed out BA gets in. Only to let's see if he uses it to drive away.
Yep.
Which he does.
Typical.
Passed every
Typical.
last stand in the other car who immediately died, and then that guy was like, we're out.
All right.
Cool.
Let's
Gonna go into some movement.
Yeah, there was nothing else built out, was there?
Not a lot. What's
So-
left? Like Stug and 1 martyr.
Yep. And
KBs will
some
stay
infantry.
stationary.
All right.
The Valentines might actually just roll up to deal with the last.
We'll be back after that.
Minor movement. Reserves moved up because the other rifle platoon is going to try and drive back and gain control of this forest. Valentines have moved up to assist them. KVs are going to stay stationary just to hopefully finish off the last armor. All right.
Into shooting.
Some shots. Yeah. We're going to do KVs.
Martyr.
He's going to shoot a Stug.
No, don't shoot the Stug.
He'll shoot some martyrs.
Okay, so hitting on 4s, or yeah, 4s on the Stug.
Stug. This is why I never trust armor. Infantry wins games. We hit the martyr.
Once.
Once?
18.
Go away!
Okay, goes in.
Die. Alright, he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll machine gun some grenadiers with some Valentines. Because why not? They've got 3 each. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9.
Hitting on 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2,
3 and
2.
2.
And
Just 5 hits, 3 and 2. No, that's command.
technically was a
back.
can, so 3 and 2.
Yeah, so 1 team dead, and the other team
Other
dead.
team dead.
So that's actually game at that point.
Pretty much it. We could throw a bunch of dice at the rest, but it's all for Goron. It'll be just repeating some mortars and storm group, drive them out. But that'll end my turn, and you'll have no one within 6 of the objective.
So we'll come back at you with a recap. Okay, so another successful Eastern Front game, second in our campaign. So this is the first of 3 linked river crossing games to represent the crossing the Don River at the start of Fall Blau. Little bit of a historical end here. Fortunately, the Soviet defenders held firmer than they did realistically, and I think that's on me with my going up the center. I really probably should have used that little bit extra movement to the side with my scouts to get my guys set up along behind the tree line, but
Situation with a line that thick,
I'm not
your only
used
hope
to-
is a refused flank.
well, I'm not used to attacking with infantry, especially not on a small frontage.
Yeah, does make it hard. I had a lot of teams, a lot of artillery, dug in. You pretty much had to advance through a screen of artillery.
Yep.
And you pushed guys up the center.
Yeah, that was probably a
Then the
mistake.
tanks really were the only hope to try and get me out of foxholes, so you could start whittling my teams down by winning an assault, pushing me back once, so then I'm not dug in, and your machine guns could then cut my platoons in half.
But
But
it
I
is
mean,
what it is.
it's learning. You've been on the defensive for
I don't even know how, like almost a year. Literally almost a year.
Like almost all of our actual even gaming history, always, it
Yeah.
seems. And even when the missions you roll attack, I take the initiative half the time, and you barely leave your deployment. So
Well, it's all good because we're going to start doing a little bit more historically focused list building. So the next
you
game,
made the list and table.
he only
You can't
gets
put that
to
on me.
keep the Soviets that lived in this one. And I get fresh reinforcements.
No, I don't think that's how the populations of our nations went. I get a full other army, probably this one and another
Usually,
army.
yes, but remember, because the Soviets, I think it was the 24th Army,
Yeah, don't worry.
falling back to Stalingrad.
That's like 43 numbers. 42 numbers here. It's like,
This is 42 numbers, bro.
Yeah.
I have documented proof.
All right.
But we'll see. We'll see what the next game brings. We might also play around with a little bit of older rules, like the Across the Volga rule for artillery, and a free observer to go with it. Just, I don't know. I like the artillery round table, but at the same time, it does look a little weird.
It's a fun time. It makes
it
a warm up.
more interesting experience.
I'm not a Soviet runner myself, so it's sorry about some of the flipping that might not get edited out in the books.
That's fine.
It'll give us a warm up on their tactics.
Well, neither of us have really played mid-war.
But you know what? Coming from mid-war Americans, they're honestly equally skilled.
Yeah,
I got rifles with green troops.
You have more of them and less 50 cal.
Green aggressive rifles.
Actually, I don't think you get any 50 cals with the Soviets in mid-war.
Honestly, I think their points cost probably about the same. This just feels like more Americans.
No, you get
with
more
way
infantry.
better armored vehicles.
Well, with the rebalanced big points that we were using, you actually do get more Soviets.
Oh, that's fair.
So,
okay.
But yeah, so that was, as I said, that was the Crossroads for the start of our Don River crossings. We'll be back soon with the next in the series of missions. I might take more tanks. I haven't decided yet. But, you know.
Hopefully it's still fun to watch.
Oh, it's always fun to watch. Everyone loves watching me roll shitty dice and him crushing me.
Yeah,
I guess.
They don't have to live it, so it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fair. So, you know, guys, thank you for your support. Check us out on Facebook, on Instagram. Bree apparently has a TikTok for the channel, though I don't think we've really uploaded in the last couple of months.
We've both been busy.
We also have a Patreon
The whole
if you want to
season.
support us that way. And we have a Discord. Link below. Come chat.
We appreciate your comments. Let us know.
We've got, as I mentioned, the last game we played, I've got some weird plans for December. We're going to do a Christmas special, and Bree wants to do a 12 days of Christmas painting thing. I'm not entirely sure what that's going to entail, but we'll bring that to you soon. I might get Ben on board if he's got the time, but he usually doesn't have the time. He's always painting as Americans, so whatever.
I am very, very busy. If I am home, I have been home one weekend since the spring.
Yeah, that's fair. So, you know, as always, guys, thanks for your support. One for you. Take care.
Take care, thanks.
Wow.